I won't be president until January 20th. But my message today is to everyone is this. We can save tens of thousands of lives if everyone would just wear a mask for the next few months.
President-elect Biden has laid out a number of ambitious plans for how he wants to combat coronavirus. He, of course, has to contend with political realities in trying to implement and get the funding for those plans, including a potentially Republican-controlled Senate. But he's called for massively ramping up testing. He wants to expand the number of rapid at-home tests. He has a $25 billion vaccine distribution plan, which I imagine much of it will be built off what the Trump administration has already been working on. He also wants to resolve shortages in personal protective equipment and ramp up production of personal protective equipment, use the Defense Production Act to resolve any shortages in the US supply chain. So he definitely has his work cut out for him. And he is going to be taking office and working on the transition as the pandemic is entering its worst stretch.
We're about to go into a dark winter, and he has no clear plan.
There are experts who say that the US needs to be conducting 5 to 10 million tests a day, given where the outbreak is headed. You know, there are hospitals that are experiencing shortages again, so that's a complex challenge. And then, of course, you know, there is the news that Pfizer's vaccine showed more than 90% efficacy. You know, a vaccine could be authorized by the end of the year. We've heard health officials saying that for some time now, which means that one of the first things they'll have to do out of the gate is figure out how to distribute millions of doses of a vaccine.
At the same time, it's clear that this vaccine, even if approved, will not be widely available for many months yet to come. The challenge before us right now is still immense and growing. And although we are not in office yet, I'm just laying out what we expect to do.
There's a 13-member task force with 2 advisors, and every single one of those people is either a doctor or a health expert or scientist. I think that was to signal, you know, and it is notable that this was really the first big thing he did ever since his victory was called on Saturday. And I think that's to signal, you know, that he is going to follow through on his promise to make this a science-based approach. He's going to listen to the medical experts. President Trump sidelined most of his scientists, you know, including most prominently Dr. Fauci. And I think President-elect Biden is showing that he is going to put them front and center.
And last night, Trump said he was going to fire Dr. Fauci. Isn't that wonderful? I got a better idea. Elect me and I'm going to hire Dr. Fauci.
His allies would definitely say this is a guy who knows how to negotiate with Congress. That was a lot of his role in the Obama administration. He negotiated with McConnell on fiscal negotiations during the Obama administration. But there are people who say, you know, the politics now are really different. I mean, first of all, President Trump is still refusing to concede the election. And we saw Senator McConnell back him up in that.
President Trump is 100% within his rights to look into allegations of irregularities and weigh his legal options.
One of the things that Biden is going to have to contend with is that there will be millions of people who do not accept the election result as legitimate. And this is a response where he has to convince people to change a lot of their individual behavior.